The unveiling of the new stadium at Roosevelt, 46 years in the making, and there was excitement in the air. Add to that homecoming with a parade of senior cheerleaders and football players, and you've got yourself quite a pre-game ceremony. But it didn't stop there. A 1941 graduate of FDR, John Golden, was honored with a jersey of today and a jersey of his day as a member of the very first Roosevelt football team back in 1941.
Jerseys were wool and the pants were canvas in those days, and the helmets were leather. It's come a long ways.
We certainly have. We'll have more on Mr. Golden right here later in the week. But back to the field and this night of history that had the fans, the players, and the school administrators in awe.
Words can't even begin to describe what it's like to step onto a field that replaces something that's 46 years old.
And I did not think something like this was possible. We had a cinder track, almost 50-year-old facility, bleachers that were falling apart, and worked really hard, had a lot of support from the community.
And then it was finally time for the presidents to break on through. And they certainly did that. After driving down the field in the first quarter, Avery Strother becomes the answer to an FDR trivia question and scores the first TD on the new field. Later in the second, it's Avery again, a 42-yard run. He makes it look easy, and Roosevelt is up 14-0. Still in the second quarter, the give to Avery again, and Strother is strutting with 3 touchdowns and 136 yards on 9 carries. Still in the first, the Roosevelt defense is at it again, forcing another turnover. Darius Edwards looks to Gene Hahn, but Nick DiCarlo strips the ball and recovers it in the end zone for a quick 6. It was 28-0 before some people even got their hot dog and found their seats. But FDR isn't done yet. Matt DePilka sends this one up. A perfect pass to Mike Bryan. Roosevelt led 35-0 at halftime. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that Saugerties found the end zone, Darius Edwards on the keeper. But Roosevelt wasn't going to let anything get in the way of its 50-7 win, and yes, time to celebrate. As the Roosevelt teachers take to the field for a halftime show, yes, we'll have more on that as well later in the week. Here's head coach Brian Bellino after the game.
We lost a tough game last week, so opening up this facility, I mean, it's the greatest thing I've seen, you know. They were pretty focused, though. Actually, you know, I was worried about the homecoming week distraction, the new field. We didn't have a great week of practice, but, you know, we came out and played pretty well.
You probably couldn't have asked for anything better. Is this what you had expected, though, this kind of a score?
Oh, yeah, we definitely expected it. I mean, Saugerties is still a good team. You still got to bring it and still play, but the crowd was definitely a momentum builder. It was an awesome night.
How did you feel when you had the ball? Did it seem as easy as it looked?
Yeah, it was all right. You know, my line, they were doing good blocking, so it really was easy to me. You know, I didn't have to make a move till I was in the secondary, so the line made it easy for me.
You know, we got Washingtonville next week, and I'm sure they're going to try and do the same thing to us, so it's not going to get easier. So, you know, we got to go out. They got a full week of practice this week and, you know, amp it up in practice and just work on getting better.